My name's Lisa Mansfield. I've been in care work for 9 years, 5 years in a contract. The rest of that has been on agency. And that's me work history, and that's why I'm here today, just to discuss my issues, which I'll be discussing in further detail at later points in the PPE story. But I can associate what you're saying. My issue was I had to leave. I was working on agency. Like I said, 9 years in care work, 5 years on a contract, the rest in on agency. And I've had to leave my work services completely because I was given no advice, I was given no action plan, and I was given no PPE. I went to the Asda's and all the shops everywhere, couldn't get any. I personally couldn't buy them, it was all been stockpiled. So I've had to come out to services because I was going from one service where there was a client showing symptoms, then the next day I'd be in another service where there'd be a staff showing symptoms, and I was expected to go around these different services and either say nothing or speak up about what I've just been doing the day before, and then I'm getting looked at like, why am I working? So I just got overwhelmed with the fact that there was no protection there to keep me safe, to limit the spread if I was carrying it. I had no symptoms. I felt if I was infected, I would have been carrying that around to all the services I was going in. I could be in a nursing home, kids home, prison, probation service, elderly, adults, disabilities, and I could work in every one of them services throughout 7-day periods. Some days you can do 2 shifts with no protection and no advice on how to manage or risk assess under these conditions. So I can associate with what you're saying completely, and I feel sorry for anyone who's still working out there now. If I got diagnosed with this coronavirus and I got asked where I'd been within the last 14 days, is it? I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, I probably wasn't willing to carry that burden with me. That's why I chose to cancel my shift and come out. I'm now on benefits. I feel like I can't work. I've been limited to my choices. I'll be honest with you, I was earning £500 a week, and I'm used to that income. I've got a car, I've got finance, and I've got the other things that I needed to pay with that wage. All of a sudden, there was a brick wall put up in front of me, and I wasn't able to work anymore. I've had to go on to the state benefit now, which is not even, apparently it's £90 odd a week. I can't pay any of my payments, so which means now my credit score is going to fall into default, back into default, where it was originally when I tried to build it up a couple of years ago. It's affected my life in a really big way, and I don't think like people are getting the gist of what's going on. Like, if you're not on the front line, you don't see the reality of how it's affecting people's lives. Do you know what I mean? There's a couple of things that are eating away at me at the minute. I was in work and I was faced with a staff member who was advised by 101 to carry on working unless you show symptoms. I'm just wondering why 101 was advised to give that advice out to people who are going into work to work with vulnerable adults and vulnerable children. Once I received that information, I was fully aware then that this virus was going to spread like wildfire. That's why I chose to come out to work. I had a choice of either carry on going to work, risk all my family's health and my friends and everyone else who I know, or cut contact with them. I wasn't willing to do that, and these are the real issues that we need to be discussing, and I feel upset and I feel angry that like just no one's listening. Why was it not stopped when it went off in Wuhan? Why was the border not locked down? Let's not talk about PPE and all that now. Why was it not stopped when it was in Wuhan, or even Italy? There was a second one and it was coming our way. Why was things not locked down then? These are the questions that burn a hole in my head and everyone else's heads out there that I've spoke to. Why was it left to come into the country? These are the real questions that people want answers to. Like, it's ripped my life apart. I'm living with, like, that's an action plan. That's a preventing a risk assessment, and it's minimising the spread. Like, realistic things like that. It blows my head why they've not been put in place. The ones who fought for our freedom in the war and stuff like that, deserve more respect. Captain Tom, I can't remember his name properly, he shouldn't have to feel the feeling of coming out and having to do that to save the people. Like, these elderly shouldn't be coming out of retirement in the NHS after working all their lives. They're getting put guilt on them now. They're getting forced out of retirement through guilt because they've got a good heart in them. When they should be retiring now in their village all their lives, they should be able to sit there now with content minds and not being dragged out of retirement because the government basically can't be bothered. That's what it is. One more little point before we go. I wonder why, if this virus has come from Wuhan, why they're not being made accountable. That's another thing I want to put out there. Why they're not getting legal action against them from the rest of the world for what they've done. if this has come from Wuhan, why they're not being held accountable and being dealt with through a court of law, like I would be if I carried something like that into the service. That's all I want to say. I'm just going to leave that with you to think about. And thank you.